So here we go. Puckdoku, 5 different teams: Detroit, New Jersey, Minnesota, Chicago, and Philadelphia. But this has been a long time coming. I want to go and study for Puckdoku a little bit. I want to come up with some new answers, and I want to get more familiar with other teams. So what I've done is, I've got ourselves a list of NHL players playing on the most teams. If I can memorize a few of these players, I might have some go-to for Puckdoku in the future, right? So these are all the players that have played on the most NHL teams, right? Look at this guy at the top. Mike Sillinger played for 12 NHL teams. So all I gotta do is remember, what teams did Mike Silly play for? Detroit! All right, that's a good one, because I always forget Detroit. Anaheim, Vancouver, Philadelphia, Tampa, Florida. My God, this guy, two and done. Ottawa, Columbus. Oh my God, Cole Sillinger. Gotta remember this guy. Columbus and Phoenix and St. Louis and Nashville and the New York Islanders. All right, so let's try to remember Cole Silly. Michael Pettit. I mean, these older players, there's no way. I got to try to remember the names of players that I actually do remember. Matthew Schneider is in there. JJ Dagneau, Dominic Moore, Toronto Maple Leaf. Yes, the New York Rangers, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Minnesota Wild, Dominic Moore. If I could remember that with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, damn. Dominic Moore is a good one. If I could remember that. All right, Olli Jokinen. There's no reason why I should not have Olli Jokinen memorized, all right? Memorized. He was drafted by the LA Kings? No way. I didn't know that. I thought it was Florida. So the LA Kings, the Florida Panthers, the Phoenix Coyotes, the Calgary Flames, the New York Rangers, back to Calgary, Winnipeg, Nashville, Toronto, and St. Louis. Wow. He really went around the league there towards the end. Derek Brassard. Hang on a second. Ottawa, the Rangers, Columbus. There's the Rangers. There's Ottawa. Pittsburgh. Derek Brassard, right? Florida, Colorado, Islanders, Arizona. Look, just trying to stay in the NHL. Going to a new team every single time, man. Carl Voss, don't even know who that is. Brent Ashton, like these names, there's no way I'm going to remember. Brian Marchment, right? Dean McCammond, oh my God. Paul Coffey, Paul Coffey. The Oilers, the Penguins, the Kings, the Wings, the Flyers, and the Hurricanes. The Blackhawks in there as well, okay. Sean Burke, goaltender. Randy Robin, Jaromir freaking Jagr. All right, I got to memorize this guy. It goes from Pittsburgh, right, to Washington, to the Rangers, to the Flyers, to Dallas, Boston, New Jersey, Florida, Calgary. I think I got them all memorized now. I do. Jagr is one of those ones that I wanted to get memorized. Nate Thompson, appreciate it there. Creed, thank you very much. I gotta focus now, though. I'm at school. Ron Tugnut, let's go. Any other names that I recognize? Phil Housley, Anson Carter. Hang on a second. Phil Housley with Buffalo and Winnipeg, St. Louis, Calgary, Washington, Chicago, and Toronto. I think I kind of remember Phil Housley anyways. Anson Carter. Let me think about Anson. Buffalo and Vancouver. Washington, really? Boston, didn't know that. Edmonton, Vancouver, New York, Washington again, LA, Columbus, Carolina. Wow, he bounced around a lot there towards the end. Anybody else? Bill Guerin in there, Thomas Vanek in there, Luke Shen in there as well, Michael Delzaster. That's a good one. No one's going to be checking this out. New York Rangers, the Predators, the Flyers, the Canucks, the Ducks, the Blues. All right, so I am going to study this screen like my life depends on it. I'm going to increase my Puckdoku knowledge. Let's see if it worked out already. No, I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of anything for the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota Wild and the New Jersey Devils. Oh, crap. Oh, that's easy, baby. I'm going back with the try. I have to go back with what I know. Zach, crap. 32%. Terrible. New Jersey and Chicago. New Jersey and Chicago. A Bobby Holik, a Jason Arnott, right? A Sikora, a Niedermeyer, a Stevens, a Broder. Oh, geez, New Jersey is still a real tough team for me right now. What about the team that New Jersey has currently? Dougie Hamilton. Was he ever on Chicago? No. Kovacevic, Chicago. Wow, that is becoming a hard one for me, man. Yeah, I'm not going to know that one. I really have to study. I really do. New Jersey and the Philadelphia Flyers, ladies and gentlemen. The Flyers and New Jersey. Oh, my goodness. That, Yager, there it is. We got a Yager signing. All right, there you go. Just like that. My Puckdoku knowledge has gone up. Yager. Anytime you're in doubt, go for Jaromir Yager. There it is. Already helping out, right? Now, Detroit and Minnesota. Oh, crap. What was that guy on the Detroit Red Wings again? Oh, shit. All right, I'm going to try something here. I know he played for the Minnesota Wild. I don't know. Maybe he played 1 year for the Detroit Red Wings, all right? The coach of the Philadelphia Flyers in my own universe, Andrew Brunette. Did he ever play with the Detroit Red Wings? No, he did not. Had to try it. I'm also thinking about, is it Pierre Turgeon? Like, there's a bunch of names now I'm trying to remember for the Minnesota Wild. Cannot do it, though. Didn't get that one. Detroit and the Chicago Blackhawks. Detroit and Chicago. That's an obvious one. Let's go with someone a little bit recent. Patrick Kane. 12% only. I thought that one would be up at the 30s. Detroit and Philadelphia. Ooh, the rivalry back in the day. These two teams faced in the Stanley Cup Final. This one is getting tough. Detroit again. I mean, we could just try Sillinger. Sillinger was on Detroit, right? Mike Sillinger. It's Colton. No, Mike Sillinger. This guy played on 12 NHL teams. He's my go-to when I don't know. Mike Silly? Yes, it's a cheat code. 12 different teams in the NHL. That is a cheat code, baby. Anytime I don't know what I'm doing, it is Mike Silly. Mike Silly is my new answer, man. 2+ teams played in the season for the Minnesota Wild. Ooh, Minnesota making a trade mid-season. What about like a Jokinen? Not an Olli Jokinen. What was the, Koivu. No, Mikko Koivu. Mikko Koivu. Hang on a second here, ladies and gentlemen. I could imagine Mikko maybe getting traded in his last season, or did he play there his entire career? I'm going to trust my gut. Mikko Koivu, maybe in his last season or two, traded at the trade deadline before he retired. Bang? Wow, really? Maybe he went to another team in free agency? Mikko Koivu, legend in Minnesota, not moving on, man. Yep, I screwed that one up. Chicago, 2+ teams played in a season for Chicago. I mean, back in the day, Andrew Ladd Bufflin, Versteeg and Hossa and friggin' Kane and Sharp and Keith and Seabrook and Niemi and Crawford. I just can't think if any one of those guys were traded mid-season. So, you know what? Max Domi. He bounced around a bunch. Maybe they acquired him. Maybe they parted ways with him. Max Domi mid-season. There it is. 1%. I'll take that. Thank you very much. You know what that was? I used Max Domi's arm when he was going up to his, when he's celebrating with the Hulk Hogan celebration. I used that for the Bazooka Lev arm for the song. So I remembered Max Domi on Chicago. Boom, baby. And then 2+ teams played in the season for the Philadelphia Flyers. We will just go a simple Jeff Carter. Was that mid-season, though? That might have been the offseason. No, that was mid-season. Must have been. Jeff Carter. Really? All right, I screwed up this one. My training did absolutely nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just choose another one here for the Philadelphia Flyers. That makes no sense. They must have been traded in the offseason, man. Crazy. You know what? I'll do the other one. Mike Richards. All right? Not Brad. Mike Richards. They were traded in the offseason. I completely screwed the pooch here today. 5 of 9, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to see New Jersey and Chicago and Detroit and Minnesota. Those are the ones I want to see. Hang on. View stats. Detroit and Minnesota. Thomas Vanek, Cam Talbot, Gustav Nyquist, John Merrill, Wes Walls. That's a name. Marek Zidlicki. I've got to memorize the names playing for the freaking Minnesota Wild men. Wes Walls is one of them. I can whip that out. Look at that list. It is not deep at all. This is what I mean, man. That one is rough. And New Jersey and Taylor Hall, Johnny Oduya, Doug Gilmore. I'm an idiot. Yeah, my head was just not in the right place. Martin Havlat. Oh my God, Havlat. He played with what? San Jose, Chicago, New Jersey, and Ottawa. I can remember that one now as well. So, we put in the training. What can you do in Puckdoku? I'm going to get better, trust me. And next time, we're going to whip out some names you've never even heard of.